drown the muskrat. What's that?
3.
Nope, that's for a beaver.
A foot.
Thank you, Michael. So yes, the water has to be 1 foot deep in order to drown the muskrat. Well, how big is a muskrat and a mink? Are they about the same size? Yeah. So and this water is not deep enough. You can see it's only up to our ankles, so it's only about 3 or 4 inches deep. So it'd be very hard to drown a mink in here. So what I would do is put in a body gripping trap or a conibear, okay? Because I want that animal dead. I don't want that animal suffering, bouncing around in the trap. You know, for people to, you know, somebody might hear some splashing down here and walk over. Oh, the poor little animal, you know. But also, while that animal's in that trap, he is suffering a little bit, you know. Trapping, there is some pain involved in it with, you know, the animal, so we want to lessen that pain, you know, because that's just, you're just being respectful for that animal. So in this case, I would, you know, put in a couple conibears, one on each side. Because once again, this is a funneled area, so it's kind of a mess, but we can spruce it up a little bit. Mike, if you want to drop that, there's 2 places you can set up, all right? Once again, that mink is coming this way, or he's coming this way, but because we have that side set up, what side do you think would be better? This side. And you see how this is all brushy and stuff? Now, is a mink going to be able to climb along here?
Here's our other set.
No, unless he's Spider-Man, or Spider Mink. So what I would do here is I would take these sticks out of here. Do you want to wear gloves, Madison? Okay, so take these sticks out of here. Just put them to the side because we can use them. What we want to try to do is create a little tunnel here because mink love tunnels. They can hide, you know, they'll hunt tunnels. So I would take some more of this stuff out because you want to kind of set the trap right where your hand is. So don't be shy, just pull it right out. Pretend you're pulling your brother's hair. Which I'm sure you don't do.
Yes, I do.
The other thing I like to do is I like to get down to the animal's level. Because how, you know, once again, a mink is only that tall. And you're, you know, how tall are you? About 4 foot?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're taller than a mink. So you want to get down to that level and see where that mink is coming. So if you were down here looking up, you'd see how that stick is in the way? So you can really narrow a mink down. Mink and otter, you can really narrow or pinch them down, funnel them down. Fox and coyote, not so much. Bobcat, you can do that too. So this is how I have all my traps ready to go. Not all of them, but all the conibears. So I take the rubber band off, put it on my wrist because we don't want to litter. I have all my traps with cable on it instead of cutting wire all the time. The other thing is I have my name tag on there. I hope that's my name tag. Yep,
Yeah,
it's
my
mine.
brother has tags on his.
Okay, and so what do you have to have on your tag?
Your name and your ID?
Your address?
One or the other. You have to have your name and ID, or when you buy your trapping license, you're going to get a 12-digit number, and that number is yours for life. So you can get your tag, your trap tags printed up with that. That's what I went with. I went with numbers instead of, some of my traps still have my name and number or address on there, but a lot of guys have gone to just the numbers so they're not being harassed. So this is a little conibear. This is a great little trap for mink, muskrat. Some guys will use this for fisher. It's a little small, but some regulations, like in Maine, this is all they can use for fisher, and pine marten. It's called a 120, so it's got 2 springs where a 110 only has 1 spring. This is a BMI trap, and the reason I like the BMIs is, can you see that trigger right there? This is the trigger, this is the dog. What do you see cool about that trigger?
It's in a triangle shape?
It's in a triangle like a bell. Well, how wide is a mink? A mink is only this
Not
wide,
that
so
wide,
if
so big.
he's coming along like that, that looks like a little window for him to jump through. And what's going to happen is he's going to hit his chest on that, and the trap is going to whack him. Okay, he's going to whack him here and on the back, and it's going to kill him a lot quicker than if he's just caught by the head. So let me set this up. The other thing I look for is, okay, I got to wire this to something. So I'll look to see where I'm going to wire it, because that's going to depend on where my springs.
I don't think I'm going
Hi,
to.
Mel. Does she watch your YouTube videos?
I don't know.
Okay. So the other thing I started doing, more with the bigger traps because they hurt more, not that these would hurt, is a little safety trigger. So that goes on there. It's pretty loose. But if that trap went off, come on, I'm not going to get caught because of that safety trigger. So it's a good idea to start using them. And you know why I'm painting them red?
So I can find them again, because I lose mine all the time.
Yep.
I'm serious.
I know. Paint them red, dude. Okay, so what I'll do, you got that all cleared away, is I'll look at this now. And so if I put this here, it's not gonna, it's gonna bring me way out there. I want the trap in here. So you just take this spring and you bend it up just like that. So now I can bring it in tight. And then I'll take this spring and I'll bring it down there
To hold it up.
to help hold it up. And I'll also take this and, go like that to help stabilize it.
Don't
Okay,
forget to turn
I'm
the
showing you
safeties
this, and then you're gonna do it, okay? Then I'll tie it off up there. And I have these really cool tree locks that I can show you. Michael, can you grab that? Once you have that there, you see how that tipped over?
Yeah.
So I'll just take a simple stick, or a complicated one, it depends, and just drive it down into mud this way. So it's in between the springs and the jaws, okay? And that's pretty stable there, okay? But then I'll take another one and put it down over that way and crisscross it so they're crossed. That's a little so they're kind of crisscross here. So that's going to force him underneath. Then I would put some stuff here too, so he doesn't go up and over. You want to force him down in. Okay? So we'll put these to the side. The other thing you can do is just take some water and smooth that all out. Especially in the snow, you can just take your boot and just take the heel of your boot and just, okay? So just always, when I handle condobears, I handle them by the springs out here, because it's not going to hurt you out there. Sometimes, instead of pushing the stick straight down, just like you're putting in a screw or something into your brother's back. Okay? What I will do now is take this off, so you be careful. And then you're going to want to put another one that way. You want it right down towards here, so it's leaning right against that. You can still do it at an angle, but bring it at a really good angle. Just like this, Madison. So if you take this, you go in like that. If there wasn't some rocks there.
I think it's metal, dude.
It could be.
This is a culvert.
It is a culvert. So the other, now you're having a hard time doing that, or even I am. So what you can do is take a rock. Okay, you set that right there. Now feel how stable that is.
Wow.
Okay? That
Never
trap's
thought
still
of
going to go off. You can do that a lot where you can't get a stick in and there's rocks. Okay, put this in your pocket so you don't forget it. Save it for a rainy day. Okay, now, like I said, the mink might come up here. He's, oh, I don't like that. So he may come up there. He may be up here and jump down. So what I'll do is take something pretty good size. And lay it across just like that. So,
It's a nice looking set right now.
so if you step back, or you can probably see it from there. Can you see that, Cheyenne? So we created a blind set, a nice little tunnel for them to come through. The other thing I like about this is it's less chance of catching a raccoon here because a raccoon is big. So he's either liable to climb around it or go around it. Okay, if that stick wasn't there, he might try to just step over it and knock the trap over. Because you're trying to catch the mink, you're not trying to catch raccoons. If I wanted to catch raccoons here too, I would use a bigger trap, a 160, and do exactly the same thing. So I like to pretty my sets up. So I would take some of this greenery. Okay, so just grab that right in the middle. Yep. All right, will that break in half? If you bend it, will it break? Okay, and then I'll stick it down in here, and that'll stick it right down in between the springs. Watch that trap, it's a live trap. Well, not live as in like a live grenade.
It's just armed.
Perfect. So if you're standing up on top of this culvert looking down, chances are, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to see that. So, because like I said, traps are expensive and you don't want them stolen. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is what?
Get rid of any evidence.
What's that?
Get rid of any evidence that you were here.
Well, that's one thing. Oop, I'm sorry. My big feet.
I think it's good and we should just leave it now. What do you guys think?
Just leave it like that?
Yeah?
Works for me. I don't want to do that extra work. But what would happen if you catch a mink in there and he's still alive and he's struggling? And that's not what? That's not wired off to something. He could pull everything away. So with those tree locks, will that reach up and over that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let me grab it. Keep pulling it away from me. Do you know how this works, Michael?
Yeah.
So the cable end that he's got, and you always want to be careful you don't pull it too much.
Yeah.
You pull that cable around like that, and then it locks through there.
Okay, I was wondering what would happen if it got loose. So, you know, I don't think it's gonna get
No.
out too easily. Is there a certain way it goes in that I'm not?
You have to kind of like turn it a little bit. You got it?
Yeah.
So then
My dad told
I
me
use that
to use them, and he was like, "I gotta get some of these."
I had a bobcat in the trap, and he was still alive, and that cat was jumping this high off the ground, and he was still, the cable held. So the last thing you want to do is just take one look at it. You see how this cable's coming down? So you kind of want to just,
try to, like,
go
hide it
ahead,
a little
Madison. You just kind of want to move
Tuck it in.
Tuck it in a little bit. Yeah. Not really hide it, but you don't want them in the way.
Do you guys hear people? Oh, there's more people over there.
Who wants to do one of those over here?